Investigators are calling it a double murder and a suicide. Why they think 3 deaths in Franklin County are connected. A man killed in the Orlando nightclub shooting is being remembered here in central Kentucky. How friends are honoring Daryl Burt.
And this lets everybody be together and work towards a common goal.
They're teaming up and taking on cancer. We're out at the 2nd annual Survive the Night Triathlon.
This is WKYT News at 6.
3 bodies found in Franklin County. You're watching WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Tonight, police are trying to figure out if the deaths of 3 people are connected. Officers tell us they found one of the bodies, a man, yesterday afternoon on Washington Street in Frankfort. Around 6:30 last night, Franklin County Sheriff's deputies found 2 women dead at a home on Pea Ridge Road. WKYT's Sabira Rayford is talking to investigators about why they think the cases are connected. She has our top story at 6.
There's not a lot of information at this time, but deputies tell us last night 2 women were found dead inside of this home right behind me. The bodies of the 2 women were found a little before 6:30. Chief Deputy Alvin Cummins said when deputies arrived at the home on Pea Ridge Road, they found the 2 women shot in the head. At this time, the details are scarce, but this is being investigated as a homicide. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, Frankfort police are investigating what looks to be a suicide after a man's body was found on Washington Street yesterday in downtown Frankfort. A spokesman from the Frankfort police told the Herald Leader that the 2 cases could be related. We asked the sheriff's office for comment, and they said they could not comment on it at this time.
There should be a medical examiner report Monday, and the sheriff is planning on giving a little more detail than what we have at this point.
If you have any information that could help this investigation, contact the Franklin County Sheriff's Department. In Franklin County, Sabira Rayford, WKYT.
We do not have the victims' names. New tonight, state police are investigating a deadly shooting in southern Kentucky. Around 1 this morning, troopers found a man in the middle of Right Fork East Creek Road in Knox County. They say someone shot him. They took him to a nearby hospital where he died. A man who lives in the area says 3 men came up to his door looking for someone. Moments later, he heard gunshots outside his window.
The next thing I know is I was sitting there and I got my flashlight after all the noise quieted down, and I looked out and I seen the man laying there, and I called the law.
State police say the body is at the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy, and we do not have that man's name. In Laurel County, deputies have arrested 2 teenagers in connection to a shooting last week. 19-year-old Deontay Williams and a 16-year-old girl are charged with attempted murder, robbery, and theft. Deputies say the 16-year-old entered a home on Taylor Bridge Road last Friday. Williams and another man followed her. Deputies say Williams and that second man shot someone in the home in the hip and took his wallet. Deputies are still looking for that second man. They believe the girl was a runaway. Investigators in Orlando, Florida are still trying to figure out why Sunday's shooting happened. And people across the country are remembering the victims. A carpenter from Illinois traveled all the way to Orlando to hand deliver handmade memorials for each of the 49 killed. The crosses line a small lake outside the Orlando Regional Medical Center where many of the injured went after the shooting. Here in central Kentucky, dozens are remembering one of the Orlando victims who spent several years in Scott County. 29-year-old Daryl Burt lived in Georgetown. Most recently, he lived in Jacksonville, Florida. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner is live at the courthouse in Georgetown. Friends of Burt's have just started a vigil there. Caitlin, how do they plan to honor him tonight?
Kristen, they're still getting set up for that vigil. People are sort of scattered right now, trying to hide out in the shade. Now the plan is to light candles, pray, and have a moment of silence for the Orlando shooting victims. Daryl Burt was part of a military family, but his family called Georgetown home for several years. He was in high school when family relocated to another state, but those who knew him here say they didn't lose contact. Debbie Cooper watched the Burt kids when they were young. Just 2 years ago, Debbie said she went to his younger brother's graduation. She had a chance to talk with DJ then and says she's proud of the man he had become.
You just never know when it might be your last time when you see someone. And then when you get a message from someone to say, hey, a young man that you used to keep has gone home.
Almost still not real, but I know it's happened. I know it's happening. And it's just, I just can't believe how the world is becoming as far as hatred.
Now, organizers of the vigil are asking everyone here to go over and hang out at Party on the Square afterward. That's happening just behind the courthouse. Live in Georgetown, Caitlin Setner, WKYT.
Caitlin, thank you. Hours before that shooting, Burt had received his master's degree. He was working at Kaiser University as a financial aid officer, working with the school's military students. We are continuing to track the investigation into a Kentucky State University football player's death. Police in California say 24-year-old Josh Williams died earlier this week in his hometown of Inglewood. They say someone shot and killed him. So far, police have not made any arrests. Williams started his college football career at Oregon State University. He then transferred to KSU. He played 2 seasons there and was expected to return this fall for his final year. What a beautiful weekend in the bluegrass. So far, we've had low humidity, warm temperatures, and lots of sun. That great weather continues into tomorrow. WKYT's Mike Linden has an early look at that Sunday forecast.
Well, Kristen, today being the final Saturday officially of the spring season, it was certainly a Saturday to remember. Just look at the live sky camera here in Lexington. Hardly any clouds in the sky, a lot of blue sky over Big Blue Nation this evening, and we will continue to hang on to these beautiful conditions through the evening hours. Across Kentucky, I mean, the same goes no matter where you look. Breathitt County, Rowan County, Franklin, Jefferson counties, all gorgeous this evening. We've had a wonderful day here in Kentucky, and if we look to the Defender Radar Network, hardly seeing any cloud cover. Maybe some spotty, thin clouds over portions of western Kentucky, but really no matter where you look this evening, the weather has been fantastic, and we have held off on most chances for showers. Now, the temperatures, on the other hand, thanks to those clear skies, have really had an opportunity to warm up. Most spots in the mid to high 80s. Luckily, the humidity has stayed down as well, and that has made for just a wonderful afternoon that has been very comfortable to be outside. Right now, 86 degrees in Fayette County and in Madison County, not to mention Montgomery and Franklin counties too, but the top spot this evening, Jefferson County, 88 degrees in Louisville. But of course, tomorrow, the final day of the spring season and Father's Day, it really looks like we'll hang on to this beautiful early summer-like pattern. Coming up, I'll break down what Father's Day looks like and the potential hiccups that we could run into to kick off the summer season. Kristen?
Mike, the weather really was perfect for the second annual Survive the Night Triathlon. Dozens of people teamed up to fight cancer today. Each team swam, biked, and ran for a total of 140.7 miles. WKYT's Mike Byer talked to triathletes about the challenge.
The Survive the Night Triathlon is definitely something everybody should think about doing because it is well within their capabilities.
This is the second time Erica Radhakrishnan has taken part in the Survive the Night Triathlon.
The whole purpose behind this event is to raise funds to improve cancer treatment in Kentucky.
Moms and kids made up Radhakrishnan's team. A team that finished the triathlon in just over 12 hours. But this race has a bigger meaning to her than just swimming, biking, and running.
I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, and the organizer of the event is a very special person to me, Dr. Jonathan Fedock. He is my doctor, but he's also an angel to me.
Since this race is all about cancer survivors, we have a couple survivors that I'd like you to come up and get a special award.
An inspiration to many, Dr. Fedock wanted to find a way to promote fitness and fight cancer. This year, 200 competitors on 24 teams joined the fight.
We just want to support him in this great endeavor he's doing. I don't know how he does it, how he works so hard and treats all these people and then puts on an event like this for all of us.
Mary Beth Naumann's team of 10 finished a touch over 9 hours, taking home first place. She says no other triathlon compares to this one.
Usually triathlon is very solo, and this lets everybody be together and work towards a common goal.
A goal to keep all people and survivors like Radhakrishnan and our own Sam Dick healthy and cancer-free.
Anything that we can do to improve the survival rate in this state and bring hope to those fighting this disease means more than I even can express.
In Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
The Roll for the Cure bike ride was also this morning. The event started and ended at Commonwealth Stadium. A new outdoor summertime concert series is making its Saturday debut. Lakeside Live runs Friday and Saturday nights through August over at Lexington Green. The concert series kicked off last night. It just got underway at 6 with the group The Wooks. The concert runs through 8 tonight. Still to come on WKYT, dozens were out on the Kentucky River today, doing a lot more than just fishing and floating.
I was on a bad road before I got put in foster care.
Now, through a new program,
we just wanted to do something innovative. We wanted to do something impactful.
she's able to give back to those who helped her.
I wouldn't be in college if I hadn't been put in foster care.
Fostering Success, Monday at 6 on WKYT.
Get the credit approval you deserve at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville. If you have a job at $199, you can be approved today. During the Drive and Discover event 2016, Jeep Cherokee's $199 a month. Visit BigMSuperstore.com.
Every time a biker mounts up, he puts his life on the line. It's usually the careless driver that causes the accident.
A lot of lawyers say that they'll handle your motorcycle case.
Why not trust yours to someone who rides?
If you have been injured on your bike as a result of a careless driver, call Scott Foster and schedule your free consultation today.
On Tuesday, I buried my dentures under 23 tons of cement. And I really freaked out because I needed my mouth for a very important event. So I called Aspen Dental, got in right away, and they made my new choppers in just a few days. And thanks to that service, I'm happy to say, I ate the most hot dogs in history today.
With dentures starting at just $3.99 and ready in days, not weeks. Dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN Dental.
Who says you have to be young to spend the day playing? I'm Sheena Hensley, customer service rep for Kentucky Power. They will practice all year for this event. They're in it to win it.
I never have lost a walking match.
These games prove the vitality and energy of our county's seniors and the important role they play in our community.
They're competing, but with these games, we're all winning.
We may be a power company, but the true power in our communities comes from our people.
I always wanted to be the lawyer who represented the little guy, the underdog, the powerless, the voiceless, and to have a chance to even the playing field. What we all want in life is two things. We want purpose and peace. The great thing about the work I've done is I've woke up every day with a purpose. And because of the work I've done, I think I've had peace.
Discover Summer will make this summer fun, active, and educational. Pick up your map to adventure at any Lexington Public Library location. Earn points by attending a library program or trying a new library service. Find a complete list of how to earn points at lexpublib.org/discoversummer. Complete your map to adventure by earning 100 points before July 31st and turn in your completed map at any library location to earn a prize and enter for even bigger prizes.
Save thousands at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville, where you get 25% off MSRP on all the remaining new 2015s in stock. That's up to $14,000 off MSRP. Make the short drive to Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Mike Linden.
Well, the final Saturday of the spring season has been beautiful. If you took our advice earlier this morning, you got outside and enjoyed everything that the day had to offer, whether it be getting your yard work done a day in advance for Dad or just taking a dip in the pool. Regardless, it has been a beautiful start to our weekend. Look at the live sky camera here on top of our studios looking toward downtown Lexington. Just a few clouds in the sky, very thin clouds. And that has allowed for a lot of sunshine out there for you. The Defender Radar Network tracking really the only shower that we're seeing in Kentucky close to the Bowling Green, Paducah areas. Nothing really going on in central, eastern, northern, southern, or even the mid-central portion of Kentucky. And that's all thanks to high pressure built up over the bluegrass, keeping us clear of most cloud cover and keeping us relatively dry too. That's kept the humidity down, and that has kept us comfortable. We look to our northwest, though, and that's where we'll find the next system that's going to impact us. But as you can see, this low pressure is sitting over Montana and Idaho, so it's still a ways off. It should arrive as we get into about Tuesday, so the beginning of the summer season set to be a little interesting. We'll touch on that, though, in just a moment. Right now, these are our temperatures across the board. Most of them sitting in the mid to high 80s, so a little warmer than what we anticipated. And that's because of the lack of cloud cover out there. That's allowed for Fayette County, looking at Madison County, Montgomery, and even Franklin counties to touch 86 degrees. Jefferson County 88, and that is a big step up from where we were yesterday. Almost 5 to 10 degrees of difference, and it looks like we will continue to climb into Father's Day and into the first day of the summer season on Monday. So let's go hour by hour. This is 8 o'clock this evening. If you still are going to be outside through the evening hours, a wonderful evening for you on tap. The lower 80s and upper 70s, and staying pretty decent as we get into the overnight hours and even into tomorrow morning, starting out in the low 70s and upper 60s. And yes, that is a little bit warmer than where we were this morning. Into the afternoon, a very similar day for us. A chance at some showers, but those will mainly be for our northern zones. Overall, it looks like another day with the mid to high 80s. Monday is where things will continue to climb. Looking at the first day of summer, potentially once again the mid to high 80s and low 90s, with a very slight chance for some showers continuing as we head into Monday evening. So as far as your rain chances go, the best chances look to be Tuesday and Wednesday when that cold front gets here, and that could also be bringing us some thunderstorms too. The good news from that cold front arriving, though, is that it should knock the temperatures down a little bit into the start of the summer season. You can see there on Wednesday, Thursday, back to the low 80s and even upper 70s for daytime highs. But the rest of your weekend, if you weren't able to get out today, tomorrow for Dad, it looks like a wonderful day to treat the dad to maybe some outdoor activities, or, you know, maybe set a tea time for him now, because Kristen, tomorrow looks great. You wouldn't want to miss it.
Just been a perfect weekend so far.
Yeah, or do the yard work for Dad. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Maybe you both can be outside together.
There you go.
Many were out on the water this morning taking advantage of those great temperatures. Volunteers in Fayette County picked up trash along the Kentucky River. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain shows us why they cleaned up.
Today was the perfect day to be out on the water, and dozens of people did just that at the Kentucky River. These people are spending their Saturday helping to clean 12 miles of the Kentucky River in Fayette County.
And they gather anywhere from 500 pounds to a ton of trash and recyclables from the river.
The number of volunteers for the Kentucky River Clean Sweep has grown over the years, and these volunteers tell me they're seeing less and less trash every year.
We're gradually seeing a decrease in, I guess, how much trash we're bringing in.
Rebecca has been attending the Kentucky River Clean Sweep for a decade now and is glad to teach her children the importance of keeping the river clean.
It's our river. It's, you know, your drinking water comes from here.
This is the intake for the Kentucky River. The water is pumped to Kentucky American Water on Richmond Road, eventually becoming Central Kentuckians' drinking water.
Obviously, they're going to suck debris and trash into those pumps, into the intakes, and it's going to be passed along where they have to eventually clean that trash out of those lines.
And that's why volunteers are doing their part today to help keep the river clean. In Fayette County on the Kentucky River, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
The event was part of the Ohio River Sweep, a multi-state river and tributary cleanup. Lee K. Howard's in next with sports. Lee K., some former college basketball players have a big week ahead of them.
They do. The NBA draft is coming up on Thursday, and today we find out which players have been invited to attend the draft green room. And former UK baseball coach Gary Henderson is officially headed to Starkville. That's next in sports.
P-Rat's 70th anniversary sale continues. And this Amana top-load washer's $279. Amana stainless French door dispenser refrigerator, $13.99. 18 months, 0 interest on TVs and appliances.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Everything grown on Jonathan Lawler's farm goes to feed those in need.
We saw a need and we realized that, we could do something.
John Lawler here, you're our hero for helping those that can't help themselves.
Thank you.
Made in small batches using family farm fresh dairy, our concrete mixer is the hero's welcome.
Our goal is to raise 500,000 pounds of produce to distribute to food banks here in central Indiana.
Here's to the Lawlers.
It's not too late to save 50 to 70% off name brand furniture at Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs as part of the estate sale of Albert Sandy Suffaletta continues. All of our inventory in Georgetown must be sold at great savings before this location is sold. And you can save at both the Georgetown and Nicholasville locations. Plus, every night both stores will be restocked from our warehouses until everything is sold. Our Georgetown store will be sold and we will continue to serve you at Suff's on Nicholasville Road. Hurry in for the best selection of fine furniture at Suff's estate inventory sale.
Don't miss the Lexington Theater Company's production of Disney and Cameron McIntosh's Mary Poppins, July 14th through 17th at the Opera House.
I just heard my favorite fries are now only $1. Like I needed another reason to want that seasoned, crispy goodness. Small, medium, or large fries, only $1, but not for long. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
Celebrate your independence from high prices with huge savings during the Great American Sales Event at Paul Miller.
It's a great time to learn why people love buying from Paul Miller Ford.
If I ever buy again, I'm coming right back here.
With hundreds of vehicles, award-winning service, and great prices, there's never been a better time to buy and buy again at Paul Miller Ford. Come in and register to win tickets to the South Atlantic League All-Star Game hosted by the Lexington Legends. Point, click, drive at paulmillerford.com.
All summer long, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And now that Speedway's grown throughout the Midwest, Northeast, and Southeast, nobody has a handle on your summer fun better than Speedway. From the sunny shores of Florida to New York City, from the Carolinas to the New England coast, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And with your Speedway app, there's always a Speedway nearby and a chance to win prizes with every visit on your trip.
We're on your way to the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now, a 32-ounce Speedy Freezer fountain drink just 89 cents.
P-Rat's 70th anniversary sale continues. And this reclining chaise sectional's $19.99 plus get a 50-inch LED TV free. And $200 in free stuff. LG 55-inch LED TV, $499.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Two Kentucky Wildcats are among the 14 players invited to attend the NBA draft next week. Jamal Murray and Skal Labissiere are both projected lottery picks. Here are the 14 players invited to the green room at the Barclays Center, according to Yahoo Sports. Tyler Ulis did not receive an invite, but he is expected to hear his name called in the first round. Yahoo is also reporting that as many as 3 more players could be added to this list by Sunday. Well, the NBA draft is Thursday, and yours truly will be in Brooklyn covering the event for WKYT. Skal Labissiere will likely be invited to the draft green room like we just talked about. One of 3, but maybe 4 Wildcats will be drafted that night. Coming out of high school, Labissiere was considered a lock to be John Calipari's 4th #1 overall pick, but he won't be the top choice on Thursday. ESPN's Chad Ford said too many questions still plague the big guy from Haiti.
I think many of us have projected, and I think it's very accurate, that the Orlando Magic at 11 looked like the most likely spot for him to land. His ability to shoot the ball, to stretch the floor, to protect the rim are elite. The question is, does he know how to play basketball? Does he have a feel for the game? Does he have the toughness to play in the NBA?
Former UK big man Willie Cauley-Stein has spent the past couple of days in Lexington. He just finished his rookie season in Sacramento, where he played with DeMarcus Cousins and Rajon Rondo. Willie says sometimes he just sits and watches in awe of their talent.
They're so different. That's why it's like they're mad scientists in their own way. Because DeMarcus can get a bucket any way he can. Any way there is to get a bucket, he can do it. And then Rondo's just a wizard with the basketball. So yeah, it's amazing to watch them all the same. Like times when I wasn't playing, I was just watching them, how they play and how they interact with each other. It's funny.
Former UK coach John Cohen brought Gary Henderson to Lexington. Now Henderson is rejoining Cohen at Mississippi State. Cohen making the announcement this morning that Henderson will be the Bulldogs pitching coach, the same job that he held when UK won an SEC championship under Cohen back in 2006. Henderson resigned on June the 1st after 8 seasons at UK. The South Atlantic League All-Star Game is Tuesday night out at Whitaker Bank Ballpark, and catcher Chase Vallow is one of two legends selected for the game. But Vallow will put his All-Star debut on hold. By now, you've probably seen this video of the 19-year-old from Lafayette, Louisiana, taking a 93-mile-an-hour fastball to the face earlier this week. He will miss the All-Star game as well as some time. Vallow, the 40th overall pick in the 2014 draft, was hitting .289 with 8 home runs before this injury.
I was looking forward to it because I just got back from a back injury and I was feeling good about it and stuff. And we had 6 games left into the All-Star game, and I was like, man, I'm going to be ready to play and stuff. And second at bat, I get hit, and I was like, damn. Must have pissed off the baseball gods. I mean, it's all part of the game. I mean, it's what I can't control what happens. It's all what the good Lord upstairs wants me for happen. I mean, it's all part of the game.
And we certainly wish him the very best in his recovery. Well, for the past 6 years, Anthony Champ Kelly has been offering up football instruction for kids right here in Lexington free of charge. And Kelly always calls it a former UK teammate or two to help coach and lend a hand. This year was no different. Several Wildcats on hand, including former UK coach Guy Morris, helping out with the offensive line instruction. Dougie Allen and Leonard Burris working with the wide receivers, while John Connor, Anthony White, and Braxton Kelly shared duties with the running backs.
They say the mark of a great man or a good man is if all of his friends are smarter and better and even better looking in some cases than him. So I try to make sure my friends are always in better places than me, and I'm excited about them coming out year in and year out and helping out with this camp.
I kind of took the same advice in marriage. As long as she's smarter and better looking than me, I'm okay. I can just come.
We'll leave it at that. We'll be right back with a final look at weather.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
For people with heart failure, tomorrow is not a given. But Entresto is a medicine that helps make more tomorrows possible.
Tomorrow, tomorrow.
I love you. Tomorrow.
In the largest heart failure study ever, Entresto helped more people stay alive and out of the hospital than a leading heart failure medicine. Women who are pregnant must not take Entresto. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren. If you've had angioedema while taking an ACE or ARB medicine, don't take Entresto. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high potassium in your blood.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow.
Ask your heart doctor about Entresto and help make tomorrow possible.
You're only a day away.
Hey guys, lunch is here. It's on me, fellas.
With the Chase mobile app, Stephen Curry can send money to more people in less time.
Thanks, Steph. No problem.
Even to friends at a growing number of other banks.
You ready to go? Come on, fellas, let's go.
Easy to use Chase technology for whatever you're trying to master.
The renovation is complete, and we're celebrating with mega deals this month on all Silverados. Plus, get our lifetime powertrain guarantee at no extra charge. Browse over 1,000 vehicles on dancummins.com and drive to Paris for your Dan Cummins deal.
I just heard my favorite fries are now only $1. Like I needed another reason to want that seasoned, crispy goodness. You guys had me at fries. You guys always get me with the fries. Small, medium, or large fries, only $1, but not for long. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
Attention residents of Lexington. Due to the recent torrential hailstorm, many vehicles have been damaged, and we are forced to deeply discount them at the Glenn dealerships of Nicholasville. Glenn Ford, Glenn Mitsubishi, and Glenn Hyundai of Nicholasville. Small scratches, dings, and dents have forced us to sell these vehicles below market value. You will save thousands, and these small cosmetic defects can be easily repaired. These vehicles are limited and are first come, first served. Get to any of the Glenn dealerships in Nicholasville, Ford, Mitsubishi, or Hyundai today for this rare event.
The favorite thing that I like about shopping at Critchfield Meats is the quality and the selection of their meats. Anything that I'm looking for, they will have, and they've just been outstanding in every facet of the way they do business.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $169 million, and Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $333 million. Just loving this weather today.
How can you not? I mean, the humidity's down, the temperatures are up. It's just been a beautiful day to spend some time outside. And tomorrow, the final day of spring. I know it hasn't felt like it, but it's officially the last day of spring tomorrow. It's also Father's Day. Reminder to you, if you haven't gotten a gift for Dad yet. Tomorrow, even warmer, the upper 80s, mostly sunny. A great way to end the weekend and a great day for Dad. Maybe set the tea time up now because it looks like it should be wonderful. In the low 70s, upper 60s if you have an early morning tea time tomorrow.
Thanks for watching us here on WKYT. Hope you'll join us again at 11 o'clock tonight. We'll see you then.